Yes, that's right, it's Joe here for Joyrider TV, back with some more What Went Wrong, where I'm going to be analysing your clips and finding out what really happened. And yeah. Okay, so we're out with Michael and Zach racing a Hobie Tiger in what looks like something like 10 knots of wind. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so let's take a look. Heading downwind, kite up. Last minute, the guys see a powerboat who wasn't perhaps paying attention, which means Michael has to head up quite hard, which powers the boat up while the Spinnaker is up. Now, powering the boat up sends Michael sliding down the trampoline. He wasn't ready for that sort of action. Now, have you ever tried bearing away while you're sliding down the trampoline? Very difficult to do. In fact, might even be impossible. So Michael couldn't bear away to take the power off the boat, which meant that the swim was inevitable. Yes, that's right. We're on board with Andreas in Germany on the Topcat K2. Probably about 12 to 14 knots here. Now, one thing I could mention straight away before anything goes wrong is we can see the Spinnaker chute on the pole there. It's flapping away a bit. Usually better to keep the Spinnaker chute under plenty of tension. And just a small lack of concentration for a minute while getting organised is enough time to bear the boat away. You can just see the horizon going round there, which is the bear away. If you bear away without either moving back or easing sheet, yes, you are going to stick the bows in, and yes, you are likely to go for the swim. Yes, we're going for a single-handed speed run with Tim on his 16. Looking very good there. Could be playing the main sheet a little bit more for my liking. Oh, yes. Classic. Oh, savage. All right, let's rewind and take a look at what happened here. I think quite similar to what happened with Andreas. If we watch the horizon, Tim's going for more speed by bearing away. But again, like with Andreas, not enough sheet was eased early enough and didn't move back, which meant that the bows dipped, which sent Tim doing what I believe is known as a Peter Pan. And then when Tim tried to get back onto the boat was still turning into the jibe. And of course, with all the weight on the wrong side of the boat, there is no chance. Yes, that's right. We're giving it some serious hammer now with Levi and Dom on the C2 F18. Okay, so let's take a look. The issue here is the guy's body position on the boat for the point of sail. They were in the position for sailing upwind when the bows won't actually go in unless there's a big wave if you're going upwind, because when you're going upwind, all of the pressure of the wind is pushing back on the rig, which is forcing the bows upwards. So what has either happened is, firstly, it could be that you're not sailing close enough to the wind. You're watching the telltales on the jib, getting those telltales flying straight back and entering into this vicious circle of apparent wind with the telltales. Or it was all going fine, you were banging it hard upwind, but then a wind shift came round, which with your body position that far forwards meant there was no chance the bow was going in. To combat this, just being more reactive with your crew position on the boat. If you feel the bow's going down, jump towards the back, and then perhaps that will avoid this very cold looking swim. Okay, so now for something completely different. We're actually going to take a look at an infringement at the start of a race. We're on board with Joe here at a Formula Wave event. Just coming up to the start. Okay, so we can see boat 35 to windward. Joe has rights on him. It's windward boat, keep clear. Now the boat to leeward, where we can see it says FW on the sail, they have rights. But they're heading off downwind, no problem. Boat 41. Yep, boat 41 is just getting clear, no problem. Okay, boat number 1 is proceeding ahead, no problem there. Okay, getting close to the start. Now on the start line, you can't call water on the committee boat. Joe is lining up for an absolute banger of a start. But as Joe's written, 9-10 is shouting for Joe to get up. There was contact there. (9-10) still gets away okay, and I would say in Joe's defence, he didn't give time and opportunity for Joe to keep clear, as Joe was sheeted out, didn't have any way on, which meant his rudders didn't work. However, on the other hand, Joe is coming from quite high up here, so he's on quite a reaching course, which meant if he did have way, he should have just put his boat right up into the wind to avoid the boat who had right of way. But to be honest, without being able to see what happened behind and to leeward of Joe's boat, it's very difficult to make an accurate call. So those are the two sides of that story as far as I can see.